videos, but this one's from not a small YouTuber. This one's from a guy named Nomad, who's got 101,000 subs. I'm interested in this perspective because the last video was from somebody with 4,000 subs, and this one is from somebody who is very far outside of that range. So let's see what the juxtaposition is between these.
Wait, don't touch anything. I can explain everything, okay? Just give me a second. Being a YouTuber is difficult, but the only thing more difficult than being a YouTuber is being a small YouTuber. It might sound quite demeaning, but
Wait, is the same... Hold on. One of you copied the other's homework. One of you had to copy the other's homework. That's the same thing. Those are the exact same words. Oh, boy. This is gonna be interesting.
the odds really are against you. A channel with 1 million subscribers is going to perform better than a channel with 1 subscriber, and the rich only get richer. But in an increasingly competitive and algorithmically focused platform like YouTube, someone like me trying to find their footing is becoming more difficult by the day. And when I say it doesn't get easier, I mean it. It doesn't get easier. If you're someone like me who's trying to create stuff that isn't completely by the books, yeah, this platform, ooh, it's a doozy. I want to talk about some of the more difficult things you'll experience as a YouTuber. I'm going to talk about thumbnails, I'm going to talk about the actual videos you make, all the things that go into YouTube and how they can be kind of frustrating most of the time. The viral video, a goal everyone who tries to
Again, I have to say it like we did on the last video, viral videos are a myth now. Like, it happens, but generally speaking, it's not a thing anymore. But I'm saying the same things last time. That's weird. Why? Which one of you copied the homework of the other? Hold on.
Consistently make videos attempts to achieve, because if you have just one video that gets into the algorithm and explodes, it really can just make your channel.
Weren't you on Bizarre
Yeah. Before I even had 1,000 subscribers, I had a video made about this guy called Garrett J. White. All you need to know about him is that he's one of those alpha male types that tell you how awful you are, how awful women are, how great he is.
Oh, sounds like somebody that I need to cover on my channel, actually. Thanks for the advice. How's it going, Tal?
Triangle.
But I made a video about him, and deep down, I had this feeling. This is the one. It's gonna have this algorithmic blessing and everyone's gonna watch it. And when it first came out, I guess it didn't have a very good thumbnail, didn't have the greatest title. I had to go and change it, and change it, and change it. I was constantly changing this thumbnail just so more people would click on it. So the first day this video came out, 92 views, not even 100. If I wanted this video to have the algorithmic blessing I thought it should have, it needed more than 100 a day, not 92. But as I kept adjusting the thumbnail and trying to get more people to click on it, it actually started paying off just a little. The second day, the video reached 208 views. It got more than 100 views that day. Day 3, 331 views. But guess what day 4 had? 955 views, almost tripled its view count in a single day. It was exponentially growing. This thing was catching heat. The next day, the video broke 1,000 views. It wasn't as much as the 4th day, but it was still catching heat.
That it's literally the same video? Yeah, it's... like, on the one hand, this is a fairly universal set of experiences. It's a fairly universal set of experiences for smaller YouTubers, but, like, this is a super similar video to the other one.
Heat. And then day 6. 4 views. The video got 4 views in the 6th day. And then the day after that, it got 2 views. It once again proved to be another video that didn't get the attention that I thought it deserved. I still think it's a pretty good video. I haven't watched it since I uploaded it, but you know what?
So who made the video first? This one is from 1 year ago, and the other one is from 3 days ago.
Heat. And then day 6.
Okay, so I can't confirm if one of these YouTubers saw or made the video because of the other, but like, these are awfully similar videos to a pretty surprising degree, actually.
6. 4 views. The video got 4 views in the 6th day. And then the day after that, it got 2 views. It once again proved
Well, hold on a minute. No, Matt, what's the average views of your other videos? The War on iDubbbz, 231K. I randomly remembered Tobuscus, 102K. Mark of the Beast, 231K. Wait, VTuber for Christ 1 month ago? You're not a small YouTuber anymore, my guy. This is from a year ago, and all of your videos now get over, like, 100,000 views for the most part. Interesting. Interesting. Hold on. Let's look at your video library real quick and see what happened here. I'm turning 20 tomorrow. South Park fan reacts to South Park for the first time. My girlfriend was murdered. What is wrong with Zong? Jacksepticeye hates Mr. Beast. Okay, so these earlier videos are all like 1,000 views. These early videos are all like, there's no consistent thumbnails. The topics are all over the place. Woman Ben Shapiro. Yep, Brett Cooper. Makes sense. Stickman tubers. I miss Professor Stick. Stickman Tube got 279,000 views. Shorts commentary got 501,000 views. Interesting. So, just a handful of videos that caught on. None of them got to what I would consider virality anymore, because, like, virality isn't really a thing the way it used to be. Like, the several million view video is not like the random thing that catches fire the way it used to. The Normal Boots retrospective, I'll have to watch that video at some point, because, like, I like PBJ. I used to watch a lot of JonTron. I've talked to Pro Jared. So, like, there's a few people here that I think are neat, kinda. Man. YouTube thumbnails suck now. And then, where's his small YouTube video? I am important. Maybe I am the main character. Dubai chocolate is a lie. Yeah, that would have caught on. That makes sense. Undertale makes no sense. Yes, it does. And no, it doesn't. You're right. You're wrong. 4 months ago. Okay, so he's definitely broken out of whatever this funk was, because this video has 22,000 views. He's broken out of whatever this was.
Proved to be another video that didn't get the attention that I thought it deserved. I still think it's a pretty good video. I haven't watched it since I uploaded it, but you know what? I had a lot of fun making it. But the point that I really want to get at is being a YouTuber is difficult, especially when you're an itsy bitsy little one. This is one of the most uphill battle occupations you could possibly have. Because yes, although the algorithm is considered solved by people, there's only so many things.
The algorithm isn't solved. Every single time you think you've solved it, it breaks. So people like Mr. Beast might think that the algorithm is solved because he already has the notoriety. Legacy YouTubers that have the notoriety, he's not really legacy, but he's gained his notoriety. Once you have the notoriety, it's really easy to maintain it. So, like, there's a bit of a cheat sheet there. Like, there's a point of no return where you're fine for at least a bit.
Things you can control, and especially when you're a smaller YouTuber, there's even fewer things you can control regarding the algorithm. I don't care what anyone says, I think luck is just it's a factor in YouTube. It just is. Chance,
agreed.
That's a huge factor. For example, let me explain the baseline. When it comes to the modern YouTube meta, it is just broken down into two factors. How much do people click on the video, and how long do they watch the video? YouTube realized this, and whenever you upload a video, it's the first two things they show you aside from the actual views themselves. I'll start off with click-through rate, because for me at least, this is the most difficult part of YouTube. I kind of suck at making thumbnails. And here's the thing when it comes to click-through rate, is that when you are a smaller YouTuber, the odds are against you. Because firstly, the things that make people want to click a video aren't just the actual thumbnail itself. You can have the flashiest thumbnail, the greatest title in the world, maybe you'll get some attention, but you won't get nearly as much attention compared to if a bigger channel made the same exact video. The easiest way that I can display what I'm talking about,
like I said, Mr. Beast makes a thing, he's gonna have way more views than a random person.
is through the air up videos I've seen. So basically, there's 3 videos out there that talk about the air up and how it's a scam. Hippotech was the first one to do it. He got the upper hand by being the first to talk about it, and he got the views to reward himself. It's his most popular video, 3.5 million views. And this video is the exception. He normally talks about keyboards, but just this once he decided to talk about the air up, and wow, it's his most popular video. And he has around 1.3 million subscribers. There's a channel I've talked to, interacted with, Shane McGillicuddy. He has another video about the air up. Now this video was uploaded 4 months after Hippotech's video, but it still has 1.1 million views. Regarding a ratio from subscribers to views, this actually has a lot higher of a payout for Shane. But then there's someone like Ludwig. I don't know if his video is directly about the air up. It might just be kind of around sponsors in general, but he's holding the air up in his hand, so it's directly inspired by these other videos. Mind you, Hippotech's video is his most popular.
Did you watch Dan Olsen's Mr. Beast video? I have not.
And yeah, Ludwig has 6.3 million subscribers. This video got a little over half of his subscriber count, but in terms of his channel size, I mean, this one video he made has more views than my entire channel's view count combined. I notice I give a lot of backhanded mentions to Ludwig whenever I critique YouTube and the YouTube meta, but I don't know, this guy's literally just like the white balance of YouTube to me. He kind of reminds me of like Jim Norton in that he's like shaped like any container you put him in. And it comes down to one factor, the view count. Larger channels have a fan base or a subscriber base that allow their videos to be jumped towards quicker. What I mean by that is that views are a very trustworthy source.
So again, that's why I pointed out the thing with Mr. Beast earlier. If your video, if your channel has a group of people that are dedicated to it, then that group of people can artificially keep a channel afloat when it otherwise would not be able to be afloat. It's a little YouTube hack. Be famous already. YouTube hack. Be famous already.
Source to verify if a video is worth watching. It's something I mentioned in a video before, but it's also something I want to reiterate. The view count is a part of your thumbnail. It lets you know this video is worth watching because look at this sample size of 2 million people compared to a sample size of 20 people. I mean, I am the type of scumbag to watch a video if it has more views. That's how I am at least. I don't want my time wasted by someone with 200 views, and if they have that check mark too, that's even better. They're verified. They prove they can make a good video. I'd rather watch that instead. But when it comes to someone...
What is that check mark? I actually don't know about that check mark. Hold on. Do I have that check mark? I don't think I do. Hold on. Let's see here. I don't have that check mark. I don't... I've been here for a while and I don't have that thing. I didn't know about that at all. Interesting. Huh. When did YouTube start implementing the Elon Musk paid subscription model?
Who doesn't have these things, who doesn't have a higher view count or a verification badge, yeah, it is kind of a screw over. I don't get clicked on as much because of these things that I can't control. So there was a YouTuber about 25 times my size, cannot remember their channel name for the life of me, but they talked about their CTR. And he explained that out of 100 people, around 8 to 8.5% go to the YouTube front page and click on his video specifically.
Jesus.
Mine's like 4.5. Let me reiterate, I have never ever had a video with over 8% click-through rate. I've never had. I can't even imagine that. Even my most clicked on, my most viewed, any of those, no. But the thing that's frustrating about it is there's only so much that I can do about that. Yes, can I develop a skill to actually make better thumbnails? Of course I could. Firstly, that's easier said than done, but secondly, I just don't have the credibility to be clicked on that easily. And that's just one of the statistics.
I mean, at the time that you made this video, probably, but like, that's not the case for your channel now. I wonder what changed. I wonder if I got a conversation with Nomad today, if he would say that there was any one specific thing that like piloted him to where he is right now. I'd be interested in that.
The other statistic is view duration, like I said. Now, YouTube does measure how long people watch the actual video, but the thing they truly measure the most is the first 30 seconds. How long do people keep watching after a set amount of time? Now, for this specifically, I don't actually have any like comparable data. I don't know what other people have as their first 30 seconds, but I'm going to assume mine sucks. So the way view duration works on YouTube is YouTube will show you this line. 100% of people obviously start at the video, but as you keep going, it tells you how many people suddenly stop watching. And as you keep continuing, it goes down and down.
Wait, but this is the point the other guy made around this point. Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Is it even at around the same time in the video? Interesting. Interesting. Somebody copied somebody's homework. Somebody had to have copied somebody's homework. There's no way that somebody's homework was not copied here.
Down and down until the video ends, and it can't go down anymore. People actually finish the video. Statistically speaking, only around 1 out of 4 people usually finish my videos, so if you finish this video, wait until the end. I'll give you a little code you can write down. But even more than click-through rate, view duration frustrates me so much. I mentioned the video starts at 100% retention. You would think that would be a thing. If people start at the timestamp of 000, you would think the retention is 100%. I have had videos that have started at 94% retention. You can't win with that. People just click off before the video even started. You can't do anything about that. You actually cannot do anything about that. You can't even instantly reward some of these people like you're recommended to because they haven't watched the video. They just immediately leave. You know, with at least some of these people, they watched 3 seconds of my video, but what happened? Where did that 6% go where they just said, nah, come on, your time isn't that valuable. You can watch me just a little
Jesus
bit. But
Christ.
also conveniently, the first video that got over 1,000 views on my channel was uploaded around a year ago where I complain about YouTube. This stuff just works. People love hating on YouTube. Come on now. But in that video, I talked about my retention rate. And after around 7 seconds of a video, a quarter of people would just leave. And the most accurate comparison I had was reading a resume. People take around 7 seconds to read one of those. I don't know. Did they not like my voice? Is my face ugly? Did I shit myself on camera that one time? I don't know. I get people who watch my videos routinely, but it's not nearly enough for YouTube to want to push it out to other people. I don't know. Maybe I just don't shut off people's brains, but I personally think I'm just still not as credible. When people watch me, I still got something to prove. I gotta prove that I'm worth watching. I don't got the little badge yet. I gotta prove myself. Sometimes I can put a funny meme at the beginning and it'll get a little bit more retention, but after the meme, it goes back to the same retention it always does. Again, they see my fat, ugly mug and they click away immediately. But yes, when you have...
I mean, yeah, there is that one thing you can do where you grab their attention in the first bit and then you hope that you keep it. That is a strategy you can use.
Have millions of subscribers, it's a lot more likely that those subscribers are going to watch your video when it uploads compared to me.
Sidebar, does anybody else find the weird snake lady in Slay the Spire attractive? Or is that just me?
I mean, I got 25,000 right now, but the momentum isn't built up enough. When I upload a video, half the time, my subscribers don't even recognize it's me, and that's probably my fault. I feel like I just haven't proven myself to be a must-watch YouTuber, even among my subscribers that actually chose to want to watch me again. I still don't think I've actually pulled people in enough to go, oh wait, he's worth watching again. Am I being a little hard on myself? Yeah, but that's not where my mental issues lie anyways. And I do want to talk about this again, the event where your video will rise exponentially and then immediately flatline afterwards. If you get one video that does well, it benefits your next video and the video after that and the video after that. Even if your next video flops, imagine how much more it would have flopped if you didn't have a viral video yesterday. The one video I had was this video called The Internet is Unusable. This is the one that got me 1,000 subscribers in a day, pushed me over to get monetized, and I've completely built my channel off the momentum of this one video. However, when a video only has 100,000 views, I've pretty much maximized the amount of momentum I can get out of this one video. And now I'm in that state again.
That's kind of what happened to my friend Game Apologist. When we were like early on in our friendship, I was mentioning how the YouTube algorithm must have pushed him, and it's really cool that he got the boost that he did. And he said, yeah, but I think the YouTube algorithm's basically done with me now. And I thought that was interesting, because it didn't occur to me that there was a point at which that could stop. So, I don't know. It was definitely a bit of a wake-up call for me, realizing that there's a moment where YouTube will stop giving you what you need to succeed. And that blows ass, but it is how it is.
Where I'm looking for the next big one. And it's probably not the healthiest way to look at it, but I do want to pull up an example I had where I complain about Sunny V2 just because I hate this channel. That's the gist of the video. I hate Sunny V2. And also he ripped off a Watch Mojo video. That's like the lowest form of degeneracy you could possibly imagine. Anyways, first day performance on this video, 30,000 views. Never gotten a video with that many views in a day since. You look at this and you say, wow, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna get like 1 million views, because that's what I'm looking at now. I'm looking at 1 million views. I already got the video with 100,000 views, all right? I gotta get more number. Look at me, I gotta get more number. I was looking at this, I was excited. It just keeps growing and it's not stopping anytime soon. And
again, this feels really similar to the other video that we watched. A very, very similar trajectory. A very similar thought process. Yeah. Interesting at the very least.
the second day, the video only got 5,000 views, and I get some videos that never reach 5,000 views, and it still got this in a day. When your last day was 30,000 views, it lets me know, oh, the momentum stopped, and it did stop. I mean, the video has 74,000 views now, but that's been months in the making, and half of that view count was still in one day. It's a little frustrating that this video didn't get as much as it could, and this isn't like me asking for a pity party. Oh, feel bad for me because I can't get enough attention. Look at Nomad, guys. He's complaining about YouTube because they won't give him fucking breast milk. And I'll be honest, there could be dozens and dozens of reasons this video halted in momentum, but I ultimately just don't know why. Yes, will some Redditor go into the comment and say, oh, you need to just find your niche and then you'll... Yeah, they always say that. Everyone always talks about the fucking niche. Find your niche, by the way. Have you found your niche yet? Have you looked at your niche yet? Hey,
I feel like you did find your niche. Like, just looking... Yes, just looking at your channel, the war on iDubbbz, I randomly remember Tobuscus, the Mark of the Beast, your niche appears to be talking about big YouTube channels and breaking them down. You found your niche. Interesting.
There's a lack of niche in this content right here. When you're a small YouTuber, it's virtually impossible for you to achieve the stats you're recommended to achieve. They say like the average view duration of a video is 70% or whatever. I don't think I've even gotten a video over 40%. But people like me are the reason YouTubers tell you to find a niche, because this is what a nicheless YouTuber looks like. Their view counts are ridiculously inconsistent. If they make one good video one day, you can expect the next video to do absolute shit. I'm not exactly anti-niche, but I do see the shortcomings and stiflings that being a niche tuber can provide. For example, my first viral video was called "The Internet is Unusable." I could have built off the momentum of that. I could have made another video where I rant about the internet, and I constantly rant about the internet. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. This is technically my follow-up to that video, but let's say instead of everything I've done before this point, I follow up this video with another rant. I rant about Gen Alpha and how their brains are turning into mush by us. We're the ones trying to raise them. Why are we getting mad at them? I could have been like that. I could have been that kind of person, but I just didn't. I'll be honest, there's people that told me I should have hit 100,000 subscribers a long time ago, but somehow, some way, I just keep fucking it up. By that, I just mean instead of complaining about the internet, I make a video where I talk about why comedy is cool, and I explain why funny is funny, because people just say funny is funny, but that's not the truth. I might have not have been able to make a video about music theory, and that video's actually kind of... It's not the biggest video, but it's actually had more growth than I thought it was going to. It's had its own little following.
A double A says, this topic in general is really putting me in a fuck capitalism, fuck line go up mood. Oh, I get that shit. I get that shit 100%.
Even though they don't get the same amount of views, I like making things that I'm not really supposed to make, and I get to see how they do on their own. It's like creating my own little homunculus and seeing how it does in the wild and how long it takes for it to get squished by a fucking rock. But I do enjoy making those types of videos where I don't know how they're going to perform. I'm trying something different, and you know what? I do know it's not going to perform that well, but it performed better than how my videos were doing a year ago, so I'm happy. But another thing is that when I made this video, I didn't know it was a niche. I just kind of made it. Like, I knew you could complain about the internet all the time, but I didn't exactly think of it as like a niche for a channel. And it's just because finding a niche is so difficult. It's basically just someone saying, do something no one else has done before and keep doing it over and over again.
I disagree. Finding a niche is not doing something that somebody hasn't done before. Finding a niche is closer to finding your people. It is much, much closer to the simple idea of there is a type of person who wants to see a TV show, and you are looking for that audience. That's what it is. Said me waving from the very bottom of the capitalism ladder. Jesus.
Which requires you to do something no one else has done before, and second, realize that you've done something that no one else has done before, and third, actually have a format based around it that you can do repeatedly even though no one else has done it, so you don't have anything to base it off of. And even if you manage to realize all of those things, you still actually have to want to make the video. But sometimes this specific piece of advice is rather contradictory with the other piece of YouTube advice. Talk about popular things. Sometimes someone's niche actually is literally just talking about popular things, hence the drama channels. Sometimes those two pieces of advice don't always clash is what I'm saying. And another YouTuber started talking to me and discussed what our niche is on the internet. If there actually is something we can realize about ourselves and try to hone in on it, because I don't know what it is, and he finally figured it out. We rant on the internet. That is our niche, is we complain about things on the internet. That's it. That's our niche. We complain about things on the internet. It's not why I'm making this video. I actually do want to rant.
That is what it is. Like, you're a rant tuber, but if you're for your niche right now, it looks like you're specifically a rant tuber who talks about other content creators. Nothing wrong with that. If that's your niche, then that's what you got.
But I'm kind of experimenting with this video just to see, does ranting about things on the internet actually reward you more than whatever these videos were? Only one way to find out. Actually, you know what? I already did find out. It was in my Five Nights at Freddy's video that I uploaded last week. The title I initially uploaded on my Five Nights at Freddy's video was called The FNAF Retrospective. This is a lot more transparent of a title. This video was quite literally a retrospective on my experience with Five Nights at Freddy's. The video did so shit in its first 4 hours that it permanently ruined the momentum this video could get, but I changed the title from the FNAF Retrospective to Fake FNAF Fans. And lo and behold, just by changing the title to something a little bit more emotionally angering, the video went from being my second worst performing video out of my last 10 videos to my fourth best performing video out of my last 10 videos. It went up 5 slots. I'm not gonna say this thing did a complete 180, but yeah, people clicked on the video more when I changed the title to this. So yeah, the simple summary, complaining on the internet, it rewards you a lot more than, I don't know, just talking. You gotta have a little bit more direction. You can't just talk, you gotta yap. But ultimately, I don't know what makes for a successful YouTube video or even a successful channel. I have these ideas, I have theories and things I can test out, but I don't know. So because of that, I try not to get too much into the numbers game, you know, the thing that gets into your head all the time. How is this thing performing? How are these statistics here? How are these numbers here? There is a part of video making where you can't be numbers all the time. You gotta be a little bit human, and maybe because I'm human, that increases the view duration because people feel more of a connection.
It's the authenticity thing. Authenticity is actually part of YouTube's meta and has been for about the last year.
But this whole thing I'm doing right here, this whole talking thing, this is a skill I had to develop not just for the sake of YouTube, but I'm trying to use it for my own benefit on YouTube. But everything I do on YouTube can't be based around a number, or else I just wouldn't do YouTube. If I wanted to do numbers, I'd go to a job that would actually make me money. Oh, hey, look, this thing has a salary? Wow. But there are, and you can find them pretty easily, channels that just all they care about is numbers. Everything they do is for the sake of the number.
Yeah.
As long as they get an arrow that is green and it's pointing upwards, that is what you should be doing instead of whatever the fuck this is. And one of the companies that encourage this type of behavior, the numbers game behavior, is vidIQ. Now vidIQ, they have a channel, but they also have a plugin that lets you get a little bit more in touch with what statistics are performing on a certain video. They let you know more about what's going on in the algorithm if you use their plugin, even though the data's kind of useless. But I do want to talk about their Twitter real quick. I actually had to mute their Twitter because somehow I kept getting tweets. Because on their Twitter, they treat YouTube as a thing that can only generate income and nothing else. I bring up vidIQ's Twitter for one reason, and it's this tweet I saw from them and I immediately muted them on Twitter. Think YouTube equals passive income? Think again. The harsh reality. 99% of videos peak in 7 days. Old content needs new uploads to survive. Set it and forget it is a myth. Want real YouTube success? Be ready to grind every single day. I actually...
it's not necessarily true. Because I don't grind every single day on YouTube. I can't. That sounds like pain. That sounds like way more pain than I'm willing to deal with for anything. If I'm being perfectly fucking honest, that ain't happening anytime soon. But I can tell you that as far as what I do on YouTube, I have my work days. I treat it like a job. I treat it like a job. I don't grind every single day, but I do treat YouTube like a job. So I have 4 days, which are my work days, and I work from the moment I wake up to about an hour or two before I go to sleep. Realistically. And that's, you know, getting things ready for the Magic channel, making Magic content, making content for the main channel, getting ready to stream, streaming myself. Like, all of that stuff factors in. All of it. But yeah, it's not every fucking day. That's pain. That's utter pain.
Kind of like making YouTube videos. Okay, so the first thing they imply here is that YouTube equals money. YouTube is only used as a source of income. When people watch your videos, their eyeballs are just little dollar signs that pour right into your fucking wallet. Obviously, I would like to make more money than I do on YouTube as I do, but I don't make these videos purely for money. If I did do it purely for money, I would find a better way to do it.
You'd be depressed at that
point.
Secondly,
this harsh reality thing, 99% of videos peak in 7 days. What's the statistic? 300 hours of content are uploaded onto YouTube every minute. Like, yeah, a lot of that's not going to be watched ever, but I think this is kind of being misconstrued to people who actually want to make YouTube videos. If you make videos that are good, they can peak later. I mean, you know, somehow videos do get picked up like years after they're uploaded. It's not that this statistic is wrong, it's just misconstrued. Another thing, just because a video peaks in the first 7 days doesn't mean it never gets views after that amount of time again. YouTube's got to show more videos that aren't just your video, but it kind of ignores the benefit of being evergreen with your stuff. Sometimes you can upload something and people will watch it years and years from now. That's the great thing about evergreen content. It's not going to be the huge explosion of views every
yeah, it's the residual income type of thing. You make a video that is going to exist on the internet forever, and that video is going to be viewed by people going forward. Stuff about the news dies in 24 hours, even less sometimes. Stuff about YouTubers dies when their relevancy dies, but that could be years later. And then other things like a retrospective on a video game franchise. That stuff lasts for fuck ever. It never dies. Never dies at all. That stuff just works.
Single day, but yeah, people still watch it. They said YouTube isn't passive income, but yeah, if you make something that's evergreen, you can actually make something that's a lot more passive in growth. And again, the way they're setting all of this up is that YouTube is actually this miserable process of making videos, and if you want to do it, it's like going to the gym. Here's the thing, people actually like going to the gym. They like going to it. They like lifting the weights. But this is a big mentality they try to inflict on smaller YouTubers, people who are a little bit more vulnerable in the YouTube field. And with vidIQ, they probably do this as a scare tactic, so they'll make you buy like their subscription service for vidIQ. They are probably just
they're
trying
selling
to, like,
a product.
strong-arm fear into people, so they'll buy their service. I'm pretty sure that's what this is all about. So I don't like vidIQ. Just use YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio tells you everything you need to know about your videos, and even then, it's a little too much information. Because I don't have a little plaque to my face, I consider myself a smaller YouTuber. But the biggest piece of advice, if you want to keep making videos, even if you're a little bit on the smaller side, it's not going to happen in one day. Obviously, I don't know. That's too condescending. You already know you're not going to be popular the next day because you're not like 5 years old anymore. My biggest advice, try to find the positives of the algorithm. It's meant to be like this soul-crushing machine, but don't blame the machine if your soul is crushed. Okay, someone made this. But for example, making videos consistently, that can be seen as stressful for a lot of people, but for someone like me, I made it into a little challenge. I want to get a video uploaded every single Friday, and that's like a nice little challenge for me. I enjoy doing that. I actually do get a little motivated knowing I have to make a video every Friday. It gives me a deadline. And then there's probably a part of your head where it's like, oh, well, the deadline is imaginary. I mean, it's imaginary to a certain extent, but you're...
So I actually had this disagreement with a friend of mine recently who's also a YouTuber. I was super excited on a Thursday that I had gotten so much of my work done up front that I was able to take the day off after I was done with stream. And I said, man, I got a half day today. It feels great. And he was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're YouTubers. We set our own schedules. And I'm like, right. And my schedule is Monday through Thursday. And if I can do enough of my work in the week that half of my day Thursday doesn't have to be dedicated to work, then I am sitting pretty. That is no longer the case because I am now hosting the Third Space podcast on Thursdays. So I don't actually have those as half days anymore. I gave up that right ages ago. But, you know, whatevs. Doing my best. Whatever.
You're also gonna die one day, so you might as well, right? Things that are encouraged to keep attention, like a good first 30 seconds, can actually help you build your style. You know, there's a reason some shows do a cold open instead of a theme song, that sort of thing. And the important thing, the algorithm doesn't hate you. If something isn't doing as well, maybe it is a little bit on your behalf. Maybe you need to spice up something. Try to use it as an incentive to better yourself as a creator. But in conclusion, developing a skill fucking sucks. I hate developing skills. I want to be good at stuff.
In conclusion, developing a skill sucks.
Can I just be
You're
good
right.
at everything without having to dedicate thousands and thousands of hours to everything I want to be good at? Why can't I draw hot women and be good at piano at the same time? All I do is make YouTube videos anyways. That's the skill I'm developing. But yeah, the important thing also is that I like doing this. If you like doing this, then keep doing it. If you don't like doing it, start fucking roofing tiles.
You know what? You know what? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There was more information in that video than there was in the other one. I think it's interesting seeing how they juxtapose to one another. I know that with the other video that we watched, it really felt like sometimes the information that was garnered from there was taken directly from here. But, who knows? Who knows? I think it was a good video still. I like the content in it. I'm happy that Nomad is doing better now than they were when they made the video. That's good to see. That's definitely nice to see. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.